Mia Khalifa just will not go away, will she? So here she has a picture. I don't know if this is Twitter. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't look like Twitter. I don't know what the hell this is. What platform she's using here. But so she has a picture. Probably she just woke up. Obviously no makeup on. And this is her little frown. She actually looks kind of shitty here. She looks kind of like a man. So, you know, I did a video on her like a couple months ago, and I pointed out that I've never seen her unhappy. Like every picture, every video I've ever seen of her, you can just go watch her videos. Like she's a shitty actor. She can't fake it. She's worth $3 million, and she's taking this picture trying to act like she's sad, and now she's calling it a dissociative disorder. Okay. So in this picture, in this text here on this picture, it says that hourly dissociative attack from remembering hundreds of millions of people's only impression of you is solely based on the lowest, most toxic, most uncharacteristic, yeah, right, 3 months of your life when you were 21. Okay. Like, first of all, no one gives a shit about you, Mia Khalifa, who you really are. No one cares. Want to know why? Because no one cares about anybody. It has nothing to do with you. It's because people only care about themselves, most people. No one gives a shit. Like, you are one of 7.5 or 8.5, however many billion people there are on the earth. You are not special. All right? None of us are special. We're just humans. We're all just a bunch of fucking random nobodies. Like, this is the problem with fame, and this is the problem when you get fame and popularity at a really young age. You think that it's something like, oh, it's something that I did, or it's something that like I'm special, or so. You're not special. And if you do have any regret or whatever, it's probably because you're not famous anymore. It's probably because no one cares anymore. Probably because no one really ever cared. They just thought you were popular, and you had a little bit of popularity about 5 years ago when people were like, oh, there's Mia Khalifa, she's famous. And now no one gives a shit because you're just like any other little, you know, cam whore, any other little famous girl who got famous for being slutty. You had your 15 minutes of fame, and now it's over. But I don't think that's what this is. I don't think that's why she's pulling this publicity stunt. I think she's doing it for money. She's worth $3 million. That's an awful lot of money to somebody who doesn't have any money. That's an awful lot of money to somebody who's working minimum wage. But guess what? $3 million to rich people is nothing. $20 million is a little better. $100 million, that's where you want to be. So she's pulling this bullshit. She's been doing this. She's been on this PR campaign, this publicity stunt, probably for the last 6 months or so, trying to gain popularity again, trying to get more attention. I would assume she's gonna have a book deal soon. I would assume that she's gonna put a book out, or she's gonna try to put something out, you know, to make money, and that's why she's doing this. I don't, or she just wants the fame, or she just wants to be famous. I mean, I did in my last video I did on her. I pointed out that she lives in like she owns like, I think she lives in London. I'm not 100% sure. She lives in London, and she owns like a condo townhouse, and she's getting married. Like, this girl's happy as fuck. And if, as I pointed out in my last video, if she's at all remorseful, you know, first of all, you're not going to take away the fact that you did porn. You did it legally. You signed a contract, and people have that impression of you. Sorry, that's what you did. That's what you signed up for. Oh, I was too young, 21. Well, if we can vote at 18, if we can go to war at 18, I think you're old enough at 21 to sign a contract. Now, are you smart enough? Probably not. People aren't smart until they're 25, 26, sometimes 30, sometimes 35. People don't get smart. But that's not anyone else's problem but your own. Okay, maybe you shouldn't have done porn. I don't know. It's not that the porn industry is predatory. I mean, maybe it is, but so what? You signed up for it. You have a free will, and you signed up for it. So just go away. Like, you got your money. It made you famous, and it made you rich. How many girls out there do not get famous and rich from porn? But now she's trying to say that hourly dissociative attack from her. I mean, give me a fucking break. Cry me a river. Okay, so you don't put any makeup on. You take a picture at 2 in the morning or 4 in the morning, whatever, so you look like shit. You cannot tell me this girl's not getting pedicures and manicures every day. She's not getting, she's not going to an esthetician and getting facials. Not that kind of facial, but literal female facials where they exfoliate the skin and like, bullshit, man. Like, you're not a victim. You got rich. It's just, it's uncanny the levels that people will stoop to throw men under the bus and use, you know, I mean, first of all, you're not going to win. Porn is a zillion-dollar industry, and the people who really run the world, they're the ones who put porn out there. They're the ones who made porn legal. You're not going to beat that. And frankly, if we get down to it on a moral aspect, I would agree. Porn is not moral, and I would agree that it hurts society, but it's not going anywhere. I'm not going to sit here and defend porn. I just think you're a fucking hypocrite. I think you're a liar, and I think you're a hypocrite. I mean, I'd be smiling too if my net worth was $3 million. Oh, okay, so like, here's the thing. I got 3 points on this. One, you got rich. You got rich off of your porn, okay? As many porn girls do. That's why they sign up, because they want the money, and they also like having sex, and it's easy ass work. You just lay there and get fucked. Okay? Then you tried to, my other problem is you tried to blame men, and you say it was our fault. When you're the one who, and all these other women out here are the ones who are exploiting, you're exploiting the system. You're exploiting, you're using porn to get rich. You're exploiting it. Sorry, women are constantly using their vagina to make money. It's just what it is. All right. The other thing is, I've never seen her sad. I've never seen her really distraught. She can't even fake it well. She's not even good at faking it. This is why I don't think anybody believes her. I don't think anybody believes you that you're a victim. I don't think you're traumatized. Okay. And people, you know, whenever I say, oh, I've never seen her sad, people say, well, it's easy to fake a smile. Like, bullshit. You're worth $3 million. Like, I'd be smiling too if my net worth was $3 million. Apparently, she only worked 3 months in the porn industry, and in that 3 months, she had time to do like 20 videos or 20 scenes, or I don't know how many scenes she did. I think it was like 14 scenes or some shit like that. That's still a lot of scenes in 3 months, man. I mean, some girls do like 20, 30 scenes a month. I mean, porn industry is sick. I could write a book on how sick the porn industry is, but I mean, I'm not going to disagree that the porn industry isn't exploitative, but you exploited it too, and women are getting a benefit off of it too, and for you to come around and try to act like you got used and this, that, and the third, you made $3 million. Okay, you worked 3 months, you got naked, you had some orgasms. I don't particularly watch her videos or anything like that, but I'm sure she was just fine, just happy. She didn't look like she was being forced into it. Sorry. You worked 3 months, and now you're worth $3 million from it, and you got famous. I mean, you made out good. So now you're coming around, and now you want to act like you're a victim. Oh, you're somehow a victim, huh? No, you're playing the sympathy cards. You can get victim social points and turn those victim social points into $20 million. You're going to put out a few books, get a few book deals, get people on your side, but I don't even think you're succeeding. I think people see right through your bullshit. I don't think anybody cares about you, Mia Khalifa. I don't think anybody, because all you got to do is look up your net worth and you got $3 million. I don't think anyone's really feeling that sorry for you, besides, you know, the whack job social justice warriors and the PC mob liberals. I think they're the only ones who care, and who gives a fuck about those losers anyways. I mean, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Mia Khalifa. I don't believe that you're traumatized and sick. I don't think anyone cares about you enough to really. The only reason anybody even thinks about you is because you're putting out this shit claiming to be a victim. The only reason anybody even thinks about you is because, you know, you're trying to still be famous. Like, we wouldn't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit about porn girls. We don't care. People might jerk off to the videos, that's it. Like, we don't care. Like, what is it exactly that's so special about you? What are you doing? Oh, you get people off? Amazing. You know who's supposed to get people off? Their girlfriends and their wives. But the reason why that doesn't happen is because women are so fucked up today. So, great. You provided a service for guys who are too lonely to get a girlfriend or a wife, and they jerk off to your shit, and nobody cares. Nobody thinks anything about you. Nobody's like, oh, that Mia Khalifa, she's just like, nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. You were famous in 2014. You were cool in 2014 when you exposed some basketball player for trying to slide into your DMs. Then people cared about you. It's 2020, man. Nobody gives a shit. Your fame train has already taken off. Your famous boat has left the dock. No one gives a shit about you, Mia Khalifa. Shut up. If you got problems, go to a doctor. You can certainly afford it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. Peace.